Welcome back to another player build, y'all. Today we have none other than Willy Styles from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into how to make this build for y'all. Now, for a William Nylander build, you could, of course, make him a sniper. You could make him a dangler. You can make him a playmaker. And any of these would be reasonable because William Nylander is incredible with his shot. He is incredible with dangling and the puck on his stick and the ability to control the puck. And he is also an incredible playmaker, especially this year. Now, I decided to make him a playmaker. Reason being is because we can still get him a really good shot. We can still get him pretty good dangling attributes, all while making him a playmaker. Just out of the three archetypes, I felt like playmaker was the best overall for a William Nylander build, so that's what we went with. We were able to make him his actual height and weight, which is 6 foot, so you can leave him the default height. Then he is 202 pounds. He does, of course, shoot right-handed, and abilities and boosts we will come back to as always. First, for Nylander's technique attributes, we're, of course, going to add 4 to speed, as Nylander's not the fastest skater by any means, but we do, of course, have to credit his speed, and we cannot make him super slow as a skater, that's for sure. Then we're going to add 2 to agility, as William Nylander is an extremely agile skater, so we, of course, had to give him some credit there. Then we're going to take 2 off balance, take 2 off your wrist shot accuracy, and 1 off your slap shot accuracy as well. Next, for your power attributes, these additional 80 skill points that we got with the season 2 update are definitely going to come in clutch here. So we're going to add 4 to acceleration, as like I said, William Nylander is not a slow skater by any means, but not the fastest. We're going to add 3 to wrist shot power, 2 to slap shot powers. Of course, William Nylander does have a really good shot, and 83 for both slap shot and wrist shot power felt not great, but it at least felt accurate enough for what we're able to make here in ESHL. Then we're going to take 5 off endurance. I know it's super important in ESHL this year, but unfortunately, we just have to sacrifice certain attributes, and endurance is just not one of the things I'm focused on showing off for these player builds. Then we're going to take 3 off puck control as well. After that, for your playstyle attributes, we're going to add 2 to passing, 2 to offensive awareness, then add 3 to defensive awareness, as William Nylander is a really solid defender, especially for a winger. Then we're going to take 2 off both stick checking and body checking as well. Then for your tenacity attributes, these additional 80 skill points are going to come in super clutch finally, because I think for the past 3 years, these tenacity attributes have been the exact same. So finally, we can add 4 to both hand-eye and strength. Then we're going to take 5 off both shot blocking and durability. And finally, for William Nylander's tactics attributes, we're going to add 5 to deking, of course, because like I said, William Nylander is absolutely remarkable with the puck on his stick. We're going to add 1 to discipline, then take 5 off fighting, as William Nylander is not really a fighter by any means, and take 4 off faceoffs as well. Now, going back to abilities, for Nylander's zone ability, you could, of course, use a few of these different abilities, and they would accurately represent Nylander. Like I said, he's an incredible playmaker. He's an incredible dangler, but I actually decided to go with puck on a string. Reason being is I feel like I really wanted to make him a dangler. I feel like that's kind of the top part of his game that I really wanted to highlight, is his stick handling and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, dangler attributes were just not as good, and I couldn't make them as good as I could for a playmaker for William Nylander. So I kind of took the best of both worlds. I took the playmaker attributes and I gave him gold puck on a string, but that's not meant to say that we are not going to give him a silver superstar ability for passing, because of course we are. Like I said, he's an incredible playmaker. So we are going to give him silver third eye. And then for his second ability, we are actually going to give him, for the first time on any player this year, we are going to give him the snipe ability, because he has an absolutely incredible shot from anywhere on the ice. And this will make up for the slightly low kind of shot accuracy and shot power that we do have on this build. And finally, for William Nylander's boost, I was really unsure kind of what to go with for his boost, because I felt like most of his attributes were actually pretty solid for him. But the one thing I felt like was a little bit low was his shot. So I'm going to go with controlled wrister for his first one. And then for his second one, we were going to go with slap shot timing. Reason being, like I said, I just wanted to increase his shot a little more. I felt like 83 and 82 was a little bit low for Nylander. And that's how we've recreated Willy Styles of the Toronto Maple Leafs right here in ESHL. Let's hop right into game 1, where I show y'all what we're able to do with this build. And y'all gonna want to stick around for this, because I promise y'all, this build is absolutely insane. Let's get right into game 1 for y'all. Let's get it. All right, so first off, before we get into this one, I just want to apologize. I know this video is going to be scuffed and all over the place. Just a fair warning with the gameplay and stuff, because when I was doing the voiceovers, I had it all recorded, didn't realize the audio was messed up, tried to go back and fix it, and I just couldn't fix it, so I had to re-record it. But my girlfriend and I just moved into a new place, so my setup's all types of scuffed. So that's why you're going to see different parts where there's a camera all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden there's not a camera. So I just wanted to give you all that fair warning before we get right into it. William Styles Nylander was born on May 1st, 1996 in the beautiful Calgary, Alberta, where his dad Michael was currently playing for the Calgary Flames. So you can safely say that both he and his younger brother Alex, who is currently his teammate on the Leafs, were both very much born into hockey. William Nylander has just more than his parents and his one brother, of course, though. In total, he has 5 siblings, 2 brothers, and 3 sisters, so he comes from a very large but tight-knit family. William Nylander spent a lot of his childhood constantly having to pack up and move to different parts of the U.S., considering his dad was on 5 different teams in the U.S., including the Caps twice, and he would also move to Sweden for the summer to go play hockey as well. So he was pretty used to having to pack up and move instantaneously. Then, once William was 14 and his father was no longer playing in the NHL, his family had decided to move back to Sweden. Growing up, William played for multiple different teams in both the US and Sweden, and in 2009 he got the opportunity to play in the Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with the New York Rangers minor ice hockey team. He would absolutely dominate in this tournament, and this trend would continue all the way up through his debut in the Hockey Allsvenskan League, Sweden's second highest league behind the SHL, where he was playing alongside his dad for the Södertälje SK. And listen, y'all can feel free to yell at me in the comments below, just like with the Kirill Kaprizov video, about any mispronunciations or anything like that. Feel free to yell at me in the comments below. I'm fully prepared for it. But he would earn his first ever career professional point, and I wish I could say that it was the poetic ending that we are all hoping for, and his dad was on the scoring end of his first ever point, but unfortunately he was not. But his dad was still there in attendance and playing alongside him, so that still had to be a pretty cool experience. He actually played so well this season, he finished this rookie season with an impressive 22 games showing in the SHL, earning up to 20 minutes of ice time a night. Being that William Nylander was constantly one of, if not the best player in every league he played in, constantly breaking records and always taking it to the next level no matter where he played, whether it was in the US or Sweden, he would eventually go on to get drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs in the 2014 NHL entry draft, where he was selected 8th overall. The reason he probably wasn't selected higher is because they were a little bit concerned about his size, but the Leafs had faith. Even though he was only just 5'9", 169 when he was drafted, he clearly has put on some size until now, and he is a lot bigger as of right now in 2024. He would sign his 3-year entry-level contract, but started the season with Modo Hockey of the SHL, where he had 8 goals, 12 assists in 21 games, so just shy of a point per game player. The reason his stint lasted so short in the SHL this season is because he was very quickly called to the Toronto Marlies, the AHL affiliate of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and although he was called there very quickly, he was still a candidate for Rookie of the Year in the SHL, so that just shows you how good William Nylander was. After impressing in the AHL, he was reassigned to the Maple Leafs affiliate, the Toronto Marlies, where he would again take the league by storm, putting up 32 points in 37 games on the right wing to take what was a bottom of the league team to making playoffs this season. Quickly, before talking about his call up to the Leafs, we must of course talk about his incredible international success as well. So being that he was of course born in Canada, but he is Swedish, he was actually granted dual citizenship by the IIHF, so he could have the choice to basically play for Canada or Sweden, and ultimately William Nylander decided to go with Sweden. He started his international career in 2013 with the Sweden under-18 team at the 2013 World U17 Hockey Challenge, where he led the tournament in assists and his team to an eventual gold medal in this tournament. He then played in the 2014 World U18 Championships, where he would put up an astounding 16 points in just 7 games. That's over 2 points per game. Then at the 2015 World Junior Championships, he finished 5th in scoring and was the highest scorer on anybody who was not on Team Canada, as Team Canada this year had names such as Connor McDavid, Braden Point, and Max Domi, just to name a few. He would then make his senior team debut at the 2017 World Championships, where Sweden would end up winning gold behind their team MVP, William Nylander, who posted 14 points in just 10 games. And in 2019, he would again lead Team Sweden with 18 points in just 8 games, but would unfortunately fail to secure any medal this year. This would be it for his international playing career. That is, of course, until this year, where he will be representing Sweden in the Four Nations face-off in February. So let me know down in the comments below if you think William Nylander and Sweden will take it home this year for the boys, or if you think Canada, US, or Finland will end up taking it home. If you think somebody else will, let me know who, and let me know why you think they're taking it home down in the comments below. His NHL career would officially begin on the 29th of February in 2016 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, where he would end up not having any points in a 2-1 loss. Now, I have to mention this first game. As y'all see in the box score right here, every single person on our team, including the goalie, when he pulled himself, was able to secure a hat trick this game, which I don't think I've ever done in my career playing Chel, and it was pretty cool that we were able to do it with this William Nylander build. His first career goal will come not long after, however, scoring on March 5th against the Ottawa Senators, and a super fun fact about this goal, it was actually assisted by Brooks Lake, who is the person who assisted on his father's last career goal. So it was basically a passing the torch moment from father to son, with Brooks Lake being the one to pass the torch, or in this case, the puck. The next season, Nylander would be on the Leafs full-time roster, and he would not look back from this opportunity. He was a little hot and cold throughout the season, but ultimately finished the season with 61 points en route to a first-round exit to the Washington Capitals. In the next season, he would again finish with 61 points en route to a first-round exit to the Boston Bruins this year, a bit of deja vu for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The next few seasons, he kind of plateaued and didn't get much better or worse. That was until the 2021-2022 season, where he would put up 80 points, then follow it up in 2022-2023 with 87, then last season finishing with 98 points, just shy of 100, and making his first career All-Star appearance, while being a point per game so far player through 28 games this season, and most importantly being the Leafs' most consistent performer throughout the playoffs when they have struggled there the most. William Nylander has emerged as one of the top players in the league, with his contract seeming to age extremely well. However, I will have to truthfully say, as an unbiased hockey fan, with the buffing of their decor, the hiring of Berube, and the absolute unit of a goalie tandem they have between Woll and Stolarz this year, if the Leafs can actually keep up this performance throughout the playoffs, I think they could potentially be a dangerous team to look out for. I realized after I posted the Kaprizov video that I did not update the player build rankings, so I'm super sorry for that. So let's update the player build rankings with both the Kaprizov build and the William Nylander build. So coming in at number 1 is still going to be the Matvei Michkov build. I've been saying it, but I just feel like that build is super good. It really represents Matvei Michkov well, and I am not saying this because I'm a Flyers fan, I promise y'all, because if there's any other build that ends up being better than it, I will absolutely put it above it in a heartbeat. But this Matvei Michkov build, I just found myself making the right play every single time with the best play. I was super good on offense, and it seemed like the build was pretty underrated on defense as well. Coming in at number 2, we of course still have the Pavel Datsyuk build. Reason for this is because this build is everything you'd expect from a Datsyuk build and more. He's a great two-way, 200-foot center. If you need him to get back on defense and make a play there, he will absolutely do it, and take the puck up and absolutely dangle the shit out of your whole team and goalie, which you can absolutely do with this build. Then coming in at number 3, we have the Kirill Kaprizov build. Reason being is it felt like the Matvei Michkov build, but just a little bit less of an effective build than the Matvei Michkov build. It felt like just slightly less of an all-around player. It felt like a better shooter, but in terms of playmaking and dangling and defense and stuff, it just felt like the Matvei Michkov build was just a little bit better than Kaprizov build there. Coming in at number 4, we have the Leon Draisaitl build. Reason being for this one is it's exactly what you'd expect of the Leon Draisaitl build as well. A phenomenal shot, but not only a phenomenal shot, you are absolutely able to hold people off the puck and make plays, find the right person in front every single time, and being that he's a pretty big player, you also have the body weight and the kind of body size to hold people off the puck, along with the abilities that we have for this build. Then our last build for the rankings for right now, coming in at number 5, we are just going to keep it with a top 5 for right now, because since we are coming up on our 8th build with this Nylander build, I mean, it's just going to get repetitive and redundant having to sit here and go through like 20 builds as we're coming in like February and all that good stuff. So we are just going to keep it with the top 5. And coming in at number 5 is going to be the William Nylander build. Reason being is because this build was really good. It just felt like that it was not as good as the others in my opinion, and I feel like a part of this reason is because he is a right-handed player. And I'll just be real with y'all, I have been working on playing with a right-handed player a little bit more, because I just feel like I cannot play as well. I can't make as good of plays as I normally can on a lefty, so I feel like I couldn't do him justice, and maybe, just maybe, we will end up trying to go back when I feel a little bit more confident with a right-hander. If y'all want to see that in comments down below, let me know if I need to do the William Nylander build a little bit more justice. All in all, William Nylander is an absolute superstar, and this is how we did our best to recreate him in EASHL with what we're given by EA, of course. But if you did enjoy this video and you are enjoying the series, please feel free to drop a like, comment any other players you want to see me recreate in EASHL down below, and sub with notice on so you don't miss your favorite players in the future. I greatly appreciate you boys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.